In this video I am going to answer Gauhati University BE English 4th Sem Year 2022 question paper. So let's begin. Question 1. Answer any 10 of the following as directed. 1 mark questions. In Gulliver's Travels, which land were diseases unheard of? Houyhnhnms land in south of Australia. In which year was Gulliver's Travels published? Gulliver's Travels was published in 1726. Which word signifies the island of sorcerers and magicians in Gulliver's Travels? Glubbdubdrib. The ploughman homeward plods his weary way. Which phrase in the above line is an example of transferred epithet? The ploughman homeward plods his weary way. This is a transferred epithet. Here the epithet weary, which properly belongs to the noun ploughman, is transferred to way. The dash owl does to the moon complain. Fill in the blank. Answer is: the moping owl does to the moon complain. What does et inevitable are mean in elegy written in a country churchyard? The moment of death. Who does the poet bid farewell to in London? He asks for a farewell from his friend. What is the significance of Greenwich in London? Mentioned in the comment. Where was Moll born? Newgate Prison. How long was Moll married to the banker? 5 years. Where was Moll transported to as punishment for felony? Transportation to the American colonies. According to Addison, which sense furnishes the imagination with its ideas? Joseph Addison, an English essayist and poet, believed that the sense of sight furnishes the imagination with its ideas. Addison wrote extensively on the subjects of aesthetics and imagination, and he argued that visual experiences provide the most vivid and powerful inspiration for the imagination. As mentioned in Addison's essay, Who is? The writer of an essay on health. In his essay, The Pleasures of the Imagination, Joseph Addison mentions an essay on health that was written by the poet Sir Richard Blackmore. What subtitle does the play, She Stoops to Conquer have? Subtitled The Mistakes of a Knight. Who is Miss Neville's guardian? Her aunt Mrs. Hardcastle, who wants Constance to marry her son Tony, has served as her guardian. Question 2. Answer any 5 of the following. Each question carry 2 marks. How does Swift describe the Yahoos in Gulliver's Travels? Swift describes Yahoos as filthy with unpleasant habits, a brute in human form, resembling human beings far too closely for the liking of protagonist Lemuel Gulliver. Who were the Struldbrugs? In Jonathan Swift's 1726 satirical novel Gulliver's Travels, the name Struldbrug is given to those humans in the nation of Lugnag who are born seemingly normal, but are in fact immortal. Although Struldbrugs do not die, they do continue aging. Who was Thales? Thales of Miletus was a Greek philosopher and mathematician who lived in the 6th century BC. He is considered one of the 7 sages of Greece and is regarded as one of the first philosophers in the Western tradition. Thales was known for his intellectual curiosity and his pursuit of knowledge about the natural world. Who are the warbling eunuchs? Check description for this answer. Explain the term curfew as used in Gray's Elegy written in a country churchyard. In Gray's Elegy written in a country churchyard, the term curfew refers to the ringing of a bell at the end of the day, which was a common practice in medieval Europe. The bell was rung as a signal for people to extinguish their fires and lights and retire to their homes for the night. In the poem, Gray describes the sound of the curfew bell as a melancholy reminder of the passing of time and the approach of death. Overall, the use of the term curfew in Gray's Elegy written in a country churchyard serves to create a sense of solemnity and melancholy, and to reflect on the transience of human life. Describe Moll's childhood till she was 3 years old. Moll tells us, in this personal history of her life, that after her birth, her mother was transported to the plantations. Moll believes that she herself fell into bad hands and, until she was 3 years old, lived with gypsies from whom she then fled. If given the opportunities, what great deeds would the dead villagers have accomplished? It should be answered by yourself after reading the respective texts. What according to Mr. Hardcastle does Tony do to display his humor? Mr. Hardcastle is a character in the play She Stoops to Conquer by Oliver Goldsmith, and he often comments on the behavior of his stepson, Tony Lumpkin. In the play, Mr. Hardcastle describes Tony as a humorous character who likes to display his humor in various ways. According to Mr. Hardcastle, Tony displays his humor by playing practical jokes, telling stories with a humorous twist, and making witty remarks. Mr. Hardcastle also mentions that Tony enjoys making fun of people, including his own family and friends. For remaining question answer, you can check description. If you download the PDF file, you will get each question in details. Please make sure you have subscribed my channel if you feel this video helped you. Thanks for watching.